thank you so much for joining me for this full-length Pilates chair class. We're going to be working some on full leg activation, so really activating the leg. I recently had a foot injury and I sort of lost connectivity at the left side of my leg, and so that inspired me to do this class. For my props today, I have my slastix handles on, handles on the bands. They're yellow, and I also have connected to the back of my chair a safety slastix strap with a hat on top of the chair. It is a red strap, but if you do not have the slastic, you can use handles for the footwork. That's the only time we'll be using these. And instead of doing the cat on the top of the chair, you can do it kneeling in front of your chair. Also, I have a ring. I have the large ring. You can use the small, it's no problem. I have a sticky mat for safety, and I have a moon box or a small box. It's to rest our feet on as we're doing some work later on in class. So to begin, I went ahead and I put one light or one low and one medium spring on. My chair is on a cactus, and it has 4 spring settings for 2 springs on either side. So it starts at the very bottom, it goes low, medium, high. I don't use the 4th spring. If you do that on your chair, please feel free to modify the springs. Otherwise, I will call for low, medium, or high. If you have 4 springs, please feel free to use whichever springs you usually use for the exercises. But for this exercise, we're going to start on a medium-low spring. So 1 medium, 1 low. I'm going to stand at the front of the chair. For this exercise, I like for my toes to touch. You most likely will not push the pedal down so far that you'll smush your toes, but my pedal goes down and protects my toes. So please be careful of your toes. Place your hand on the chair, lift your right foot, place the ball of the foot and the toe on the pedal, reach your hands back to wrap around the back corners. Try to find a nice neutral spine. Press from your glutes and your hamstring or your smile line where your thigh and your glutes meet to press the chair down. We're resting the shin on the chair edge. So underneath the knee or the patella on the shin. So not directly on the knee, guys, for safety purposes for our knee. Draw your belly up and in. Pull your shoulders down by squeezing under your arms. And now point your foot to a demi-point or forced arch position and flex it back. Draw your abs up and in as we continue this exercise. Draw your ribs together. Have a nice wide collarbone. Try to have a straight line from the tip top of your head shooting out for your tail. If you have somewhere that you can take a look, please do so. And try to square your hips. Here's 9 and 10. And guys, go ahead and stand up, slide your hands back. Remove your hands last. I forgot to do this until the end. Make sure you're activating your standing leg, which is my leg that I am having trouble activating. So now go ahead and place your hands on the chair. Lift your left foot to the ball of your foot, your toe. Slide your hands back to the back corner. Place your shin underneath your patella or knee on the chair. Square your hips, draw your abs up and in. Activate your glutes on your standing leg. You can do that. Sometimes it helps to lift your toes and wiggle them around. Placing weight equally on the 3 points of your foot, behind the big toe, behind the baby toe, the heel. And now point your foot and flex. Keep breathing while we're here. A lot of these exercises are just some of my favorite exercises to do in my favorite order for the chair. It's been a while since I've done sort of like a favorite exercise class, and I thought it'd be a good time to do it. All right, now before you step off, slide your hands back, don't remove them from the chair, and take your foot off. Now, with both feet at the front of your chair, stepping back so that the toes of whichever foot are lined up with the heel of the other foot. Now, bring the other foot back to meet it. Rotate the femur in the hip socket and find a Pilates V. To double check on your Pilates V, go ahead and bend your knees and make sure that your knees are tracking over your big toe. You don't want your knees to go wider than your big toe. You don't want them to go in closer to the center than your big toe. Tuck your tail slightly, ever so slightly, like you're doing a plank position. Inhale your arms up above your head. Try to bring your biceps by your ears if you're able to. Now, begin to dive down with your biceps by your ears. Squeezing your glutes so your butt doesn't poke out, and find the pedal with your hand. Here, we're going to do hamstring one or washerwoman. So, we're going to stay in this C-shaped curve, sort of like a standing rope. We're going to inhale and press the pedal down. Don't bottom out the pedal, and exhale to articulate up. Keep going. You have to keep an activation towards the midline, squeezing your glutes and your hamstrings, and almost tweezing the sit bones of your pelvis to keep the legs activated the whole time. If you do this, then you'll have an easier time keeping your hips over your ankles, which is what we'd like to see here. Really draw those ribs towards the hips. On the next one, we're gonna sit down and do some tricep work. Now, with our elbows pointing straight back, we're gonna do a skull crusher. So we're gonna bend the elbows and straighten them, and bend and straighten. Keep your shoulders away from the ears the whole time. And press. And press. We have two more. One more exercise here. Take your hands and point your fingers in towards each other, and your thumbs will be facing each other. So if you drew lines shooting out through your pointer fingers and through your thumbs, you have a triangle. Now bend, elbows wide, another skull crusher, just different arm position. Keep that belly up and in. Keep squeezing everything towards the midline. Here's 5 and 6. If you're feeling dizzy here, please come up. 7 and 8. Now slide your hands back to the tricep press position. Articulate up, squeezing your glutes strongly. Reach your arms up to the ceiling and bring them down. We're going to do a one-arm hamstring in the same position now. Inhale, both arms up, leaving the left arm up. Bring the right arm to a T. When we dive down and place the left arm on the pedal, we are going to bring it in closer to the midline of our body, but do not cross the midline or the belly button. So, inhale up, right arm down, and exhale to dive down, 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 squeezing the glutes. Find the pedal, arm in closer to the midline, and press down and articulate up. If this is too heavy, please feel free to modify your springs. Probably to 1 medium. Here's 6, and exhale up. And 7, squeeze both sides of your body. And 1 more. Now articulate up, bringing it, oh, whoa, I floated back to up to my toes. We don't want to do that, keep equal weight. And switch the arms, and exhale down, placing the right hand closer to the midline near the belly button. And inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. And inhale to lower. Here's 4, and 5, 6, shoulder away from the ear. Don't forget to breathe. 7, 1 more, and bring it all the way up. Lift the arm up, lower it, give it a little shake. We are going to do the hamstring one to the side as well. So it's going to look like a one-arm hug a tree almost. We're going to bring the arm across, towards the midline of the body and back. So when you do that, don't round in on your arm. Try to keep it open and squeeze under the arm to bring the arm in towards the midline. I'm going to start, as I'm facing my machine, I'm going to step to the left side first. Go ahead and move your handle if you're able to. Otherwise I'm going to come right here. So my front edge of my chair is splitting the instep of both of my feet. Again, I'm going to step back with one foot, finding the heel. Step back with the other foot, finding the same foot. Rotate the femur in the hip socket. Turn out to a nice Pilates V. Inhale my arms up. Again, my right arm will come to the side, pressing my shoulders away from my ears. And exhale down. Squeezing everything towards the midline. Squeezing my glutes, inner thighs, hamstrings, equal weight in my feet, so I'm really drawing everything in, and press it down. Again, guys, if this was not too heavy with one arm in the center, but it is too heavy to the side, please feel free to modify your springs, dropping it down to one medium. I feel this strongly in my right side oblique. Keep your hips square. Try not to bottom out the pedal like I just did. One more. Oh, bottomed it out again. And up we go, and down go the arms. Other side to the right side. So again, I'm going to line up my feet, splitting the front, using the front edge of the chair to split the inside of my feet. Step back with one foot, step back with the other. Rotate it out to a Pilates V. Squeezing everything up and in. Inhale my arms up. Bring my left arm down. Drop that shoulder, guys. And exhale down. Now I'm going to inhale, press the pedal down, and exhale it back up. Try not to shift in the hips. Here's 3. Wiggle your toes so you're really not gripping with them. Here's 5, 6, 7, one more, 8. Go ahead and shake it out, guys. We're going to come down seated on the chair, but I'm going to change my spring tension first. I have one high, one medium. Again, on my chair, I start counting from the bottom. So the high would go, the bottom would be 1, the second would be medium, and the third would be high. So, high and a medium, guys. I'm going to come around to sitting on the chair. If this weight is too heavy for you for leg work, please feel free to adjust it. I'm going to sit near the edge of the chair, not to where my tailbone will rock, but to where I can freely move my thighs. My heels are on the chair. Since I have a split pedal chair, I do not like squeezing my legs together. I have my heels tracking underneath my sits bones and my knees tracking over my big toe. From here, I'm going to reach my arms out in front of me. They're not necessarily right squeezed in front. They're more of like a wide V. Like imagine that you're on your reformer and you have your uprights at the back holding your ropes. It's going to be about that wide. So, holding my arms up, I'm going to inhale, press my feet down, bring my arms to 90, and, exhale back. And inhale, and exhale. Good. Keep going. Make sure that you're not tucking as you do this. You want to keep your body completely still and really just move at the hip area without using the hip flexor. So many things to do, right? Now, turn it out to your feet out to Pilates V. Bring your arms wide to a V. Slide the shoulders down your back. And now we're going to bicep curl to 90 degrees here. Inhale and exhale. Adjust your feet as you need to. Sometimes it's hard to find that right foot position. My feet are still flexed. I have a nice loose neck. I'm squeezing under my arms so that my neck can move freely. And I'm not feeling it. Wrap the ribs, belly button to spine. One more. Now I have to hold back on the back of the chair. Bring my feet to the wide Pilates feet or a wide second position on the heels. Turn it out, feet flex. Flip your hands forward so your hands are inside the strap, thumbs to the front. We're going to inhale to press away and press our arms straight up. When you do this, don't arch your back to bring your arms back higher. And lower. And press and lower. We're trying to bring our biceps by our ears, but that might not happen right away. So bring them where you need to, and then try to bring them up. Don't straighten your arms all the way if they're causing your shoulders to pop up to your ears. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Still holding the straps. I have to lean back again a little bit. I'm going to bring my feet back to a Pilates V position, but on my toes in a forced arch or demi-point position. When I'm here, I can't bring the pedal all the way in like I would for flexed foot and maintain a nice neutral spine. So I'm going to have to press the carriage away just a little bit. I'm going to Bring my arms to the hug a tree position. The weight's not terribly heavy here, but you will feel need to control the strap and not let the strap control you. So you want to pull up. You're not going to want to pull up too high. Don't put a knot in the strap if you need to. Hold the strap down below the handle, because we're going to be doing something else in just a minute here. We're going to be doing a hug a moon, and that's probably not going to be the most comfortable position. So inhale, tap your fingers to the front, and exhale to open. Inhale, tap, exhale, open. Here's 3, 4. Adjust as you need to, in case it's too light. Here's 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna put my fingers inside the rings. That's another adjustment. Good. Now, I'm going to rotate my feet to a Pilates V position. I'm going to take the handles again, because we're going to go into hug a moon. I would like to try to get my biceps by my ears. If I'm holding too low on the slastix band, it's not going to happen for me. So I'm going to flip my palms up, elbows down, and I'm going to reach up as I press away. And come back. And press, and back. Here's 3. Don't allow your back to arch like we were just talking about in the overhead press. Here's 7. Look up, 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 don't look down. 2 more. 1 more. And lower. Hold on to the chair if you need to. Bring your feet to a wide Pilates V in a force arch demi-point position. And sit up nice and tall, drawing your belly in. Abs in, ribs connected, shoulders down your back, shoulders over your hips. When we press away for the wide Pilates V position, we're going to do 1 hug a tree, then 1 hug a moon. So 5 sets, hug a tree, hug a moon, hug a tree, hug a moon. If you start out, you're doing hug a moon, hug a tree, no worries. So we're going to press away for hug a tree and pull it back. And now we're going to hug a moon. And that's 1. And hug a tree. And hug a moon. Make sure that you're maintaining a nice squeeze under the arms the whole time. One more set. This is the nicest footwork set I feel like I do. Good, from there, we're going to lean back again. We're going to be doing single leg work. On this single leg work, I really like to work with a straight leg. Extended away out of the body, right hovering in line, parallel with the floor. You could call it 90 degrees from the body if you're sitting straight up. But if you find it becomes too much on your quad, you're gonna want to bend the knees slightly. Don't bend it into tabletop, just give it a little micro bend and see if that helps. If it doesn't, you'll bend the knee more. So I'm going to place the palm in my hands and the thumb. So my hands are on top, my fingers are on top, and wiggling it. I'm gonna reach out to that V. I'm gonna raise it up so I have tension. Extend your left leg and press through the heel for 10, 9, 8. Slide those shoulder blades down the back. Have equal weight in both your sits bones. 1 more. Place that foot on. Bring the right foot out. Don't move the arms. And 1, 2. If this is too heavy for one leg, go ahead and adjust your springs to 1 medium, 1 low. 1 more. Leave your hands where they are. Bring your foot down, try not to Pilates V. Extend that left leg for 10, 9, 8, 7. If you're feeling it in your back, tuck slightly forward. You're probably arching your back a little bit. Or bring your shoulders over your hips. Bring that foot down. Extend the right leg. Drop the shoulders. 10. Reestablish your arms. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down. Go ahead and take your straps or do whatever you need to do to get them out of your way. And we're going to find our ring. We're going to play what's affectionately called the ring game. I learned the ring game from my Pilates instructor, Katie Rowley. We're gonna sit on the very edge of the chair with our sits bones. We're gonna tuck our tail up, reach our hands forward. I'm gonna scooch forward just a little bit, and then I'm gonna tuck my tail and articulate back. And then I'm gonna scooch up just a scotch. I'm gonna place the ring on my knees. I'm gonna interlace my fingers at the base of my skull, put my thumbs long down my neck. I'm gonna do a slight little extension over that chair, and exhale to pull it up. From there, I'm going to extend the legs as far as I can in a perpendicular position with the floor, not allowing my back to arch, maintaining a neutral spine, and exhale to pull it back. And I'm going to inhale them away and exhale them back. Here's 3. Here's 4. Now leave the legs out there, extend your arms long, and we're going to do the hundreds here. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you want, rotate your feet out to a Pilates V diamond position. Squeeze the heels strongly, twist the sits bones, really squeeze the glutes and inner thighs. 2, 4, 5, exhale. Uh-oh, my shins kicked up. I'm going to drop them down. Can you extend your feet away another inch? Another inch. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squeeze under the arms and pump vigorously. Don't crunch your chin to your chest. Draw the knees in. Take the ring, squeeze it in the meaty part of your palm. Now extend your left leg and pull it back in. And right leg and pull it back in. We've moved into the series of 5. 4. We're going 8, 5, 6, 7. Let's play the ring game while we do the double leg stretch after this last one. So pull it in, place the ring on top of the shins. Now, extend the biceps up by the ears and extend your legs away in that parallel position. Circle your arms, draw in your legs, grab the ring. Now, you're going to extend your legs all the way and bring your arms back. Now squeeze your arms, bring them straight down, place the ring on your shins. Extend your arms, extend your legs. Circle and grab, extend arms, extend legs. Squeeze the ring and pull. Extend arms, extend legs to the ring on your shins. Circle your arms and pull. So we're only circling our arms on every other one. One more, because I lost count. Now hold the ring and rock up. When you rock up, we're playing the balance game. We're not gonna hold on to our shins, but we are gonna hover the ring in front. Really tuck the tail, draw the hips to the ribs. I had an instructor years ago, not Katie, who loved to play this game, and I found it so infuriating, but it is a really nice little relaxation pose, right? Now tuck your tail and roll back. Legs up to the ceiling. Ring over your sternum 12 throat and pulse, pulse, and switch that scissor and pulse, pulse. Next, we're going to be doing an elbow to knee, and then a variation, or a double leg lower lift, and then a variation of elbow to knee. Go a little deeper. One more set. Now, bring that ring over your feet and bring it to below the knees. And really press out on the ring. Bring your head to your hands and your thumbs long down your neck. Extend your feet up to the ceiling. Don't tuck. Now flex your feet and lower. 1, 2, 3. Point and lift on the exhale and flex down. 1, 2, 3. I find that pressing out on the ring really helps me to stabilize my sacrum even more. Now point down. 1, 2, 3. Flex and lift. And point down. 1, 2, 3. Flex and lift. 2 more. And point. 1, 2, 3. Flex and lift. Now, take the ring out. Place it above your ankles. Bring your legs to tabletop. Rotate your legs an inch. 1 up, 1 down, and rotate towards the right. Come to center. Rotate to the left. 1 inch. If you go any higher than 1 inch, you're gonna lose total control of that ring. So don't squeeze it too hard either. You just want a tiny, tiny, tiny little gentle squeeze. Curl up a little deeper. Drop that right elbow down below the chair. Now drop the left elbow down below the chair. Here's 5. And 6. I'm losing my ring. 7, that's okay. I got it. I got it for 1 more, guys. No, I don't. Oh man, I'm gonna hold on gently behind my knees and rock up to sitting. Give your knees a hug here. Feel the hug in the knees help to release the low back just a little bit, guys. We are going to change our springs on the back of our chair now. Move the ring out of your way. I'm going to change it to 1 high, 1 low. So I'm going to change that medium and put it on a low spring. If you do not have a safety strap, please kneel in front of your chair with the knee support if you need one in case you have ouchy knees. A rolled up mat, a rolled up towel, a little pad, and do the same work in front of the chair, pushing down the pedal with kneeling. But if you have a safety strap at the back, go ahead and locate it, make sure it's, give it a little yank, make sure it's connected. We are going to come to kneeling, place both feet under. If you have never done this exercise before, please do it on the floor. I have my heels connected, my knees apart. I'm squeezing everything towards the midline, and I've tucked my tail. I'm going to inhale my biceps up by my ears. If I'm on the floor, I can lift my sternum 12th toward the wall of the ceiling meat. If I'm on top of the chair, that's too dangerous. Please do not do that. I'm going to inhale, squeeze my glutes and hamstrings. This is an elevated washerwoman, right guys? I'm going to find the pedal, and I'm going to press it down, coming to a flat back, or a back extension cow type position, tuck my tail and lift. Keeping my hips over my knees. And press it down and lift. Now in this next one, I'm going to sit down and we're going to do the same triceps here as this washerwoman. And we're going to tricep press for 1, 2, 3. I'm looking in at my springs. If this is too much, please do it on the floor. Now I'm going to rotate my hands so they're in a triangle position again. Pointer fingers facing each other, thumbs facing each other. Shoulders down the back for 8, 7, 6. Abs up and in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your hands back to the tricep press. Articulate up, 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 up. To sitting up tall. Sit back. Carefully slide your 1 hip and bring your feet out of the strap. Or slide onto 1 hip and press yourself up to standing. We're all going to meet behind the chair. We're going to take off the low spring, so all we have left is 1 high. Standing very close, but not pressing up against the back of the chair in a Pilates position. We're going to do hamstring 2. We're going to be doing this twice this class. It is one of my favorite hamstring stretch exercises. So, everyone will reach up with the sternum lift towards the wall of the ceiling. Squeeze everything in towards midline. Lift your necklace area. Reconnect those ribs to the hips. Dive down, 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 down. Find the pedal. Keep those hips over the ankles and press out to a flat back, most likely or a cow position. And tuck your tail and articulate out. We got 3 of these. So here's 2. And 1 more. Bring the pedal all the way to 0, 0 out the springs, and lift up, 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 up. Lift the necklace area to where the wall is ceiling, and extend the arms all the way down. We're going to stay on 1 high. We're going to come down to sitting on the floor for some seated straight arm tricep passes. I'm going to straddle my chair. Depending on your arm length, etc., will depend on where you are for straddling your chair. I like to straddle it down so that the pedal is right here at the very, very base of the meaty part of my palm. And from there, I like to hinge forward ever so gently. Get the hip flexors out of it and press down by squeezing under the arms and release. Squeeze down and wrap the ribs. And release. And wrap. 4, 5, 6. We're going to 10. Shoulders down the back. Shake out the neck. Here's 9 and 10. Now, I'm going to come around to the back of my machine because you can reach through, but for safety purposes, I'm going to come around to the back. The first thing I want you to do is put one light spring on, or one low spring, on the one position. I'm going to take my high spring then and place it on a medium. The reason I place the second spring on first is because you may or may not discover if you're not holding onto the chair when you do it, it'll slam right down onto the floor. So from there, I'm going to come to a position on my back for some bridge work. I'm going to slide my feet down in a parallel position. Whoop. My heels are going to be directly under my sits bones. I have a nice neutral spine. I'm flexing my feet strongly, and my heels, like the part right behind my ankle, my heel above the heel bone is connected to the chair. From there, I'm going to press my hands down into the ground. I'm going to bend my elbows slightly so I can really suction cut my arms. I'm going to press through my shoulder bones, sink my ribs down in the back, and then I'm going to hamstring curl. If you can, you want to try to bottom out the spring here. We're only going to 5. Here's 3. Go ahead and take a look at your knees and make sure they're not doing something funny like going in or out when you do this exercise. 1 more. Now, keeping the pedal up at the top and not pulling it down. Imprint your spine, tuck your tail, and articulate up. Really squeeze your glutes here. Don't flare the ribs. Go ahead and take a look down and make sure you have a straight line from your underarm to your hip to your ankle. And articulate down. We have 5 of those. Tuck your tail, imprint your spine, and lift. Or imprint your spine first, and articulate down. My feet are more loosey-goosey on these. When I do the hamstring curl, I really like to flex my feet. I don't know why, I feel like it gives me a lot more power. Maybe it does, right? Through the back of the leg. Now stay there and pulse your foot down. A pulse and a hamstring curl, release. Here's 4, and release. Your upper body shouldn't move here. So it's a challenge for your whole body, right? Now, articulate down. Bring your feet to Pilates feet. I have to adjust my body to make sure I'm right in the split of the pedal, otherwise it feels really gross for my body and I hate that. Now, same thing, same series. So we're going to pull in the frog position, and we're going to articulate, or press it back up, and pull. Keeping that nice neutral spine the whole time. And press. Here's 3. Here's 4. 1 more. Now keep the pedal up at the top. You can loosen your feet up, imprint your spine, tuck your tail, and articulate up to a bridge. Guys, again, make sure you can move your neck around. Make sure you're using more glutes. Make sure you feel a nice stretch across the hip flexor. You have a nice flat draw in your ribs, and articulate down. Tuck your tail and bridge up. Nice straight line from your underarms to your hips to your knees to the toes or ankles, and articulate down. Nice flat shoulder blades, nice wide relaxed collarbone. And 1 more. Really draw everything in. Oh, I'm sorry, stay up at the top and tiny little frog pulses, like half pulse. 2, 3, make sure your knees are tracking over your big toes. 4, and 5, and articulate down. From there, we're gonna scooch forward. Woo! I like to put my foot up on the seat. We're gonna be doing the ballet stretches and the figure 4. I'm gonna take my left leg up, place my arms or my hands behind my left knee, and without lifting my tail, I'm going to pull it towards myself by bending my elbows in towards my hips. I'm going to press down into the chair to make sure I'm grounded on both sides of my legs. Since my left leg is elevated, I'm not going to lift my hip when I do the IT band stretch. I'm going to leave it grounded. I'm going to pull my leg across the body. I can hold on to the thigh or the calf, but not behind the knee, because it usually causes the knee to bend. I'm going to bring my right arm out to a T and look out towards his right fingers. I'm going to bring the leg back up. I'm going to hold on behind the hamstring first, or the ankle, or behind the calf. Leave both feet down, and bring my leg out to the side and pull it up. You can bring it out to the side as much as you can. When I brought it out to here, I felt my hip shift to accommodate the extra load on my leg. I don't want to do that. I want to find a nice position to where my hips aren't shifting, which I'm having trouble doing today. So I'm going to rest my elbow on the floor, but really drive that shoulder down my back. Now from there, I'm going to rest my foot on the pedal. I'm going to bring above my ankle on my shin, below my knee on my thigh. If this doesn't feel like much for you, you can go ahead and interlace your fingers. And as long as your sacrum stays flat and your tail stays flat, hold on behind your thigh bone and try to really draw the shoulder blades down to the mat, just like we had for the bridging. You can bend your elbows down towards your hips to increase the stretch. Now from there, we're going to put the right leg on and extend the left leg just straight up to the ceiling, hands behind the thighs. Pull that leg back by bending your knees down to your hips. And go ahead and flex and point your foot. Find which part of the stretch feels the best for you. Adjust your hand as you need to. But when I go like this, guys, my tail lifted and I really had to press strongly through the chair. I don't want to do that. So just try to bend your knees, your elbow even more. Now from there, I'm going to place my right hand on the calf or the thigh. Don't lift that left hip. Bring my left arm out to a T. Take a look over at it. Pull that leg across the midline for an IT band stretch. Come back up through the center. Hold on to the ankle, the calf, or behind the thigh, and bring that leg out and pull it in. This leg feels more stable. Drop that shoulder blade down, so I don't need to play the elbow game over here like I did over here. But when I did play the elbow game, I held on behind the thigh, I placed my elbow on the floor, and I pulled my knee towards my shoulder area to increase the stretch there. There's always one side that's better than the other side, right? But this knee does not want to stay straight today, so the joke send me there, right? Bend that right foot, put a foot on the pedal. Take your left leg, bring it to a figure four. Above the left ankle should be below the right knee. If this feels okay for you and you can keep a flat tailbone and sacrum area, interlace your fingers behind your right leg. Instead of automatically rounding up like a little roly-poly and grabbing on the front of the shin, go ahead and bend the elbows down towards the hips to increase the stretch while keeping a flat sacrum. All right, I'm going to release that stretch, roll to my side, press myself up to sitting. We're going to do a spine stretch, modified spine stretch exercise with the chair seated on the floor, and then we're going to do some upside down push-ups. An upside down push-up series. So same position as I had with the tricep presses, feet flexed, big toe tracking over the knee, and I'm going to bring my arms to the same position where my hands are reaching over my pedals. Now I'm going to round down and forward and release. And try not to pull back in your body. Try to reach down with your underarm and press the pedal down. So you don't want to necessarily use your body weight to move the pedal. My pants are very slippy, they pulled me forward. Here's 6. Head first, head last. Just like a spine stretch, just way more intense. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Now press yourself back. If you've never done upside down push-ups, please take your chair and press it against the wall with the pedal facing away from the wall. This is for safety purposes, so you don't go up and over the other side of the chair. Also, if you've never tried upside down push-ups, please don't do them until a teacher goes over them with you. But for safety purposes, for everyone else, press your chair up against the wall. We are going to begin by placing our springs on 1 medium, 1 high. I'm going to come around to the front. We're going to be working in a turned up position for all of our upside down push-ups today. I'm going to place my hands to the front corners of the chair. Bring 1 foot up, press the pedal down, bring the other foot up. I'm in a high heel Pilates view position. I'm going to press my weight slightly over the chair, look in at my thighs, squeeze everything up towards the midline. The magic number today for push-ups in any position is 3. We'll do 3 push-ups in each position. So, and don't bottom out your pedal unless told to do so. I'm going to tuck my tail and pull it up. And release the pedal down. This is another roll-up position or another washerwoman position, but instead of moving our upper body, we're moving our lower body. Here's 3. Hover the pedal, bring your leg back, and up and down. If you need to go back to 2 legs, please do so. And here's the 3rd one, and down. Now bring the leg to the side, turned out, and lift it up and down. So your heel should be facing the back of the chair. 1 more. Bottom out the pedal, bring the foot down, rotate the body to the side. So your feet are still turned out, but 1 foot's in the front, 1 foot's in the back. My left hand has come to the back corner. My right hand has come to the middle. I've leaned my weight slightly over the chair. And I'm going to pull it up and lower for 3. And lift and lower for 2. And lift and lower for 1. And now bring the leg out to the side and lift and lower 1. And lift and lower 2. I can't do this on the other side at all. And 3. Now bottom off the pedal. Place your foot back on. Come to center. We're going to do the whole thing to the other side. And then we're going to do some swan. Bring the pedal, bring your body slightly over the chair. Looking at your thighs, magic numbers 3. In, exhale, and inhale it down. And exhale to lift. Inhale down. Really rotate the femur in the hip sockets. Hover the pedal, leg to the back and air bust. And here's 1. And here's 2. And here's 3. Leg to the side, turn it out, and here's 1. And here's 2. Don't look up like I just did. And here's 3. Bottom out the pedal, bring your foot down, rotate the body to the left side. Bring the right hand to the back corner, the left hand to the center. Turn out both feet. Squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes, and lift and lower for 1. Lift and lower for 2. Lift and lower for 3. Leg to the side, last 3. Here's 3. And 2. And 1. Bottom out the pedal. Bring your foot to the center. Come back to the center. We're going to do 1 more in center. We're going to frog out the legs. And then we're going to stretch out the calves. So lean forward ever so slightly. Inhale, exhale, tuck your tail up. Now bend the knees in and straighten. Frog. Nothing happens in the upper body, just the legs for frog and straighten. Here's 6. Squeeze everything in towards the midline. Really rotate the femur in the hip socket. Engage the legs. Bottom of the pedal. Lean back ever so slightly so that your hips are over your ankles. I like to reach forward in the center so I can get a little lower to the seat, not necessarily back. And then I'm gonna walk it out, left and right. Feel free to rest your forehead on the pedal. Eight, 9, and 10. Place your hands on the chair. Come up, one foot off. Bring the pedal up, other foot off, then release your hands. We're going into swan, guys. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to change both springs to a medium. Then I'm going to split my pedals. So I take this out. So if you do not have the option to split your pedals, we're going to go ahead and go to 2 mediums. When it's time for around the world and splitting the pedals, you can't do around the world, but you can do one-armed work, and that means that you'll drop 1 medium and have 1 medium up. But when we do around the world, you're welcome to continue a swan or find another stretch that you prefer. We did split the pedals on swan, so that means that you really have to control the pedal because it's going to be shaky, meaning that one arm will want to take over in certain areas. Try not to allow that to happen. Really squeeze under the arms, slide the shoulders away from the ears. I'm going to press my hands to the front of the chair, begin to walk my body down. I'm going to press one pedal down, and then the other. My belly button is at the front edge of the chair. If you have a mirror, go ahead and take a look at it. You really want to pull those shoulder blades apart nice and wide. Squeeze the inner thighs, draw the belly button up and in, wrap the ribs. Now extend the upper body, maintaining control on both the springs. Guys, our magic number here is 3. One more. And then we'll go into around the world. So the first thing we're gonna do in around the world is with straight arms, lift the left arm as much as you can until, with a rotation, until the right arm has to follow all the way up, and you come back to a center swan. Then press the left arm down. When you have to bend the right arm, then press the right arm down with a straight arm. Hover the pedal at the bottom, come back to center. Now right arm will go. So everything stays straight, but you want to press down as much as you can without rotation, without moving your hips. At the same time. Now right arm moves first the whole time. Now when we go to the left arm will move first the whole time. I like for my head to follow my arms. If it's too much for you, don't worry about it. Now, leave one hand down, moving just the left arm with the right arm pedal hovering. We're going to tricep press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn out the arm so it's facing in the wide elbow position, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn it back to your tricep press now. Right arm for 5, 4, 3. Don't bottom out the left pedal. Draw the belly button up and in. Turn that arm out so it's a wide elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now press back to standing and find a hamstring stretch over the chair for a moment. Rest your forehead on the chair. Make your hands into a pillow. Rest your forehead on the pillow. We're going to be doing standing lunges and mountain climbers. Articulate up, head last. Go ahead and unsplit your pedals. Place your bar back in, whatever you do to do that. We are going to change our spring tension to 1 high, 1 medium. Since you pushed your chair up against the wall, you have the option of placing your hands on the wall to do mountain climbers and forward lunges. We are going to have the option to advance our forward lunges for a toe tap off the pedal if you so choose to. If you do not, or you've never done it before without a teacher present, please do not try this in class. Otherwise, I'm going to place both hands on the chair, the seat. I'm going to press down with my right foot. I'm going to bring my left foot up. So when I look at my left foot versus my right foot, they are both near the midline of the split of my pedal, and they are both splitting the area. Now I'm going to press up to a forced arch position on my right foot. I'm going to genie arm, so my left arm is on top. Now I'm going to press the pedal up and then down and hover it. Don't come past 90 degrees with your knee. And up, so you want it parallel with the floor. Here's 3. Here's 4. And here's 5. Now, this is hard enough, but if you choose to add on, you would come up, tap the pedal, or tap the chair, find the pedal, and press back down to a hover. If you've never done this before, you're doing it against the wall, press your arms out to touch the wall. And so I'm holding on the wall right now. And one more. Now press back down to the 90-degree position and move just the back knee. Bend it and straighten it for 10 for mountain climbers. 2, 3, 4. Really squeeze that glute. Press the pedal all the way down to 0. We're going to rotate to the side of the chair, placing my hand against the wall. I'm going to rotate so that my bottom foot is turned out to a Pilates V position. My other arm is going to be in a T for balance. I'm going to press it up, adjust my foot as I need to. Oops, sorry, my head's up, and down and lift. The range of motion for me on the side is not very great. Make sure you're holding the wall. We're not going to do a toe tap here. So here's 5, 4. You really got to work the turnout the whole time. Now hold it down and bend and straighten the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down, come back to center, bring the foot over. Now bring that left foot down. Now bring the right foot up. If you're familiar with mountain climber, we're not doing it with lunges. Forward lunges, we're not going to do the toe tap on the first one, so I'm going to bring my right arm on top and the genie arm. With my foot in the pointed arch, or forced arch, pointed toe position, I'm going to come up on 1 and down. And here's 2. Really squeezing that glute, because this is my leg that doesn't want to work. Really got to try to open up in the front of that hip flexor. Now I'm going to put my hands on the wall if I want to add on. Here's 1. Tap and lower to the pedal. It's scary at first because you have to trust that the pedal is going to be there. 2. And have the control to find it. 3. 4. And 5. Come back down to a 90-degree position with your leg. Thighs parallel with the floor, and then mountain climber for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bottom out the pedal. Rotate to the side. Bring your foot to the forward front corner. One more set, guys. Bring that right hand up against the wall. Bring your left arm out to a T. And come up. Now again, my lunges are much longer in this direction. My upper body is hinged forward, but I try to leave it at a flat back hinge. Squeeze the inner thighs like your little neck cracker to pull the pedal back in. 7, 8, 9, 10, stay down. Now mountain climb for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Press it all the way down with control. Rotate to the center. Bring that right foot all the way back to the ground. Bring your left foot up, releasing the pedal carefully with control. Bring that left foot up, and then release your hands. Guys, this is the fun part where we are going to get to use our back splits. When putting the moon box on the floor, I use a sticky mat under my moon box. So I put it a little bit of distance away from the box. You can adjust it from there. I want a hand's width from the back of the chair to my tailbone. From there, I'm going to adjust the box so that my knees are tracking over my big toe. I'm going to inhale, exhale, bring my arms up. I'm going to bring my elbows to the front in a 90-degree position. Pull my elbows down towards my hips. Palms are facing me. Then I'll flip my palms and reach them back behind the chair towards the pedal. Tuck my tail and find the pedal with the meaty part of my palm. Now I'm going to press back, trying to articulate up and down while I press the pedal. And I just realized that this is too heavy. So we're going to change it to one high. Yeah, one medium. Sorry about that, so let's bring it to the high. Sorry guys, my mistake. One medium. I was like, oh, this pedal's not going anywhere for me. If that was a good spring tension for you, please feel free to keep it. Arms up, 90 degrees. Flip the palms, articulate back. Ooh, oh, that's much lighter. And press back and up. Try to squeeze the glutes to stretch out across the front of the hip flexors as you do this. And here's 3. Now articulate up. Rounding up, bring your arms up. Extend your right leg in front of you. Pull the arms in, reach back, and press it back for 1 and 2. This pattern is getting us ready for teaser next. 3 and up. Switch legs, pull the arms in, tuck the tail and reach back. And down and up for 1 and 2 and 3. And reach the arms up. Go ahead and give it a shake out. We're going to be doing teaser on top of the chair. If you are uncomfortable doing that, please feel free to do it on the floor, but you will miss out on the pedal work. So, I'm going to tuck my tail and pull my knees into my chest. From there, I'm going to extend my arms and extend my legs into teaser. Pull my arms back just like I did for triceps and find the pedal with my hands. Now with my legs in teaser, I'm going to press back and pull up. We've just added on to the one-legged work that we just did. Bring my arms around and up, and then pull them back in and find the pedal. Don't press on the pedal, but lower and lift your legs and move your body for 1 and a 2 and a 3. Arms up and around. 1 more time. Find the pedal. Now lower your arms, lower your legs. With my arms and my legs, I can lower my legs to almost in line with my body. 1 more. Arms around and up. And give your knees a hug in. If that was great for you, then you're really going to enjoy the side twist teaser that we're going to do in a minute. I want to make sure that I'm actually going to do the right spring tension though. So, we have 1 spring on. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hold on to the front of my chair on the pedal. I'm going to take off my medium spring and move it to a high. That way my pedal doesn't hit and I don't lose my spring. From there, I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to come back onto the chair. My feet are on the moon box again. I can't extend my feet in front of me, but I want to have a hand distance from my tailbone to the back of the chair. If I do not like having my feet up, I can extend one leg out for the side that I'm doing. I'm going to do the right side and then the left side, but I want to extend both legs up for myself. I'm going to draw just the right arm in and down, and I'm going to press back, looking down towards the floor, squeezing under my arm, reaching my bicep up by my ear, finding a nice rotation. And I'm going to articulate back up and bring my arm up. Bring my left arm down and press it back. And now I'm going to come up and lift and right arm. And articulate up and lift and And now I'm going to do the left arm. After this, we have one more on each side, guys. This should feel like a really, really, really great rotation. And one more. And articulate back up, just sitting up tall. Release your feet down to your moon box or small box that you have under your feet. We're going to be doing teaser with a twist. If you feel like teaser with a twist is a little bit too much for you, go ahead and find a nice stretch, guys. The way I like to find teaser with a twist is the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my chair because it is too close to my Cadillac and I keep touching it and it keeps throwing me off and it's driving me crazy. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find that side position. Near the front of the chair. Everybody's body's different, so it's hard to say, oh, you start here and then you find it. So then I'm going to rotate back carefully and find my balanced position. I might have to scooch forward a little bit. Don't scooch closer to the front of the chair or you might fall off the edge. I'm going to reach my feet up in a teaser. I'm going to draw my right or my left arm back. I'm going to reach for the pedal as I rotate on my hip. And I look down. Now from there, I'm going to lower and lift my bottom leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I'm going to rotate my body first, come back to sitting, and come up to sitting up tall. From there, I can tell you for a fact I was too close to the front of my chair. I'm going to rotate I'm going to adjust my body. I'm going to pull my left arm in again and rotate over. From there, I'm going to flex my feet in parallel and just flutter kick my feet for a second. Try not to sink down to the pedal. Now point your feet and come back up. One more, guys. And articulate down, 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 down. Now lower and lift both legs like a make leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back up to the side teaser. Draw your knees in, find the ground. This is my better side teaser side. So from there, I'm going to come down to a side teaser. This feels good to me right here. I'm going to articulate up. Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully right here is better. From there, I'm going to draw my right arm in, find the pedal, and rotate over to the side. I'll lower and lift my bottom leg for 5, 4, 3, it's tiny, 2, 1. Articulate up to sitting tall. Pull that right arm in and reach over. Now, parallel feet, flex them, and flutter kick. Hovering the pedal off the floor. Squeezing under the arm. Point your feet. Come back to center. Sit up tall. One more, guys. You can do this on the floor to your forearm. I think I did a class like that 2 months ago. A mat class, if you're interested. Now pull your knees into your chest. Give them a hug. What we're going to do is we're going to keep one high spring. Go ahead and double check. I'm going to press one leg out to the side, foot flat on the floor. My hip bones, my sits bones are both connected to the chair. My back of my knee is pressing into the side of the chair seat. My arms are on a seat. I'm going to do a mermaid. Don't move your foot on the floor. Slide that shoulder down the back. Now the reason that we don't move our foot off the floor is so we get a really deep stretch all the way down that top side. So I know it feels so good to move the foot, doesn't it? But we don't want to. We want to find that underarm stretch, it really deep down the ribs, underarm stretch. We've been working our lats all class, right? One more. All right, if you don't have any hip problems, rotate and bring that right leg up and with the shin parallel to the front of the chair in a pigeon. If you're able to, point that back foot So your toes are on the floor. If not, go ahead and tuck your toes. But you'll get a deeper hip stretch if your toes are pointed. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, dive down to find the pedal. Now lower and lift that body, round it back. Now after 3, we're gonna pull up, stay there, flat back up. Reach long, long, long. Can you hover that back foot off to increase that hip stretch? Now lift up, up, up. The toe will naturally touch. Tuck those toes, press off the back. We're gonna do the other side. Mermaid, contemporary mermaid, chair mermaid on the other side. So, my legs extended to the side, foot's totally flat, we're not gonna move it. The back of my knee is touching the side of the chair, arms in a T. Press down to the side, fingers pointing the front, and reach. Find that really deep stretch, guys. Like a banana stretch on the Cadillac. And flip that palm up, and reach, reach, reach for the wall until you'll meet on the opposite side. And come up, and reach over. Drop that shoulder, the bottom shoulder. One more. Now I'm going to come to the center if I don't have any hip problems and bring that left foot so the shin is parallel to the front of the chair. I can tuck my back toes, but if I'm able to, I want to be on top of my toes to increase that hip stretch. Inhale my arms up without flaring my ribs. Exhale down with a round back. I'm going to lower and lift the pedal for a 3, 2, 1. Now, flat back hinge up. Try to lift that back foot up off the floor to increase that hip stretch. Now lift up with a flat back, your foot will naturally touch the floor, and press yourself off the back of the chair. As promised, here is the second hamstring to stretch. We're gonna get a nice little back extension in there as well. Sorry, my slastix band is bothering my feet. I wanna stand close without pressing into the chair. I'm in a Pilates seat position. Inhale my arms up. And do a slight tiny little chest lift for the wall of the ceiling meet. And exhale, lower, 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 lower. Now, press out to a flat back or a cow. And lift for 1. Bring your biceps by your ears. And 2. And 3. Exhale to lift, 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 lift. Nice little chest lift again. Exhale your arms down by your side. Give your body a little shake. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that everyone else had as hard of a time with some of those exercises as I did. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope that you have a great day. Thank you.